Good day, lovelies. Good day. It's another Friday, so another episode of Nuggets with Queen N. And I almost forgot to do this video. I almost forgot. So yes, today I'm not going to talk about anything too serious. In fact, I'm not quoting scriptures for you guys today. I'm just going to talk from the heart. And what I'm talking about today is art of service. So we've been on this journey or this episodes about School of Christianity, and with each episode I have addressed a segment of people that I find interesting, that you find within the church. And today I want to talk about art of service. What I mean by art of service, you know how within the church, obviously, there are different things and different functions, there are different roles to serve in. There's so many ways you can be of help. Personally, I've always been that congregation person. I just want to come to church, serve God, disappear. I don't want to do anything else. I do not want to do anything else because I don't even know if I had a solid reason. I just did not want to participate in a couple of things. And in my home church, I didn't want to also participate in a couple of things because my dad is really a ardent server of the Lord, and he's really out there. And I just felt like I cannot fill his shoes in that department. So if I join a department now, everyone is going to expect that I do exactly like my dad, or I outperform my dad. And I just was like, is this really a battle that I can win? So I just really wasn't up for it. And sometimes I would attend some of the meetings, and I didn't just like the way it was going, and I didn't want to carry on that burden on my shoulder. Anyway, that's not even the crux. I always have like back story, but that's not even the crux of it. Moving forward is what I've noticed with a lot of people. I've noticed that there are different characters of people that serve in the church. So there are people that actually genuinely serve, and you can see it with everything they do. It's never really about accolades. It's never really about round of applause. It's never really about the show of it. It's really about doing what God says you should do. And you can see it, you can sense it. Is how the things they prioritize, how they carry themselves. You know that they are doing it from the depth of their heart. And then there's another set of people that if they do one thing, I not call their name. Ha! We will hear it. The whole world will hear it. The generation is going to be a non-ending conversation. Like, a lot of people do things in church just for the show of it, right? A lot of people go to church just to show their new clothes. A lot of people, like, honestly, I feel if we do a survey of why people attend church and people are really honest, we would realize that the percentage of people that actually attend church because their heart is there to serve God is very, well, I'm not say very, very low, but you will be surprised. You'll be surprised if people answer honestly. Because along the line, you just realize that people are going to church for different reasons. People are in certain churches just because that's where they are praised the most. So they already know that, okay, once it's time for so so this person is going to drop 1.2 million naira, and the person when is dropping it will be raising the shoulder and be going high and be going high and be going high. I'm like, personally, for me, if I'm going to do anything, and this is not to say that this is how everybody should live their lives, but I really constantly remind myself, whatever I'm doing, whatever act of service I'm doing, that it is not really about me. And that's the message is, it's not really about you. There's nothing you are doing that you are not given by God, right? So it is about God. God is the owner of that talent that you're using to serve him. God is the owner of that money that you're giving, that you're feeling proud. God is the owner of everything. So in essence, that's why it's art of service. We're actually serving him. He's the master. So all the accolades that people are trying to draw to themselves when they do something for God, I don't get it, because is it really your own? For me, there's sometimes that I battle with hearing thank you, because what else did you expect me to do? Is literally what goes through my mind. Like, I haven't done anything out of the ordinary. I've not done anything different. I've done what I'm expected to do. So why are you thanking me for doing the right thing? Like, sometimes I find it weird, but then I understand the place of gratitude and being thankful and all of that and all of that respect. But sometimes I'm just like, that should be the norm. That should be what everybody's doing, right? It's not really all about. It's not all about um sir, for lack of a better word. So I think, I feel like this video is going to be short, because really all I really want you to do is to assess yourself as a person. Whatever you're doing in the house of the Lord, are you doing it for sure? Are you doing it for God? Because in the end, God sees your heart. We might not see your heart, but God sees your heart. Are you doing it just so people say, that girl, hey, you want to be the talk of the town, you want to be the talk of the church? I mean, why are you really doing it to serve God? Because that's the important thing. Again, I feel like this is not the first time, but I've said it previously, that your heart is really what's important. So I always catch myself like, why are you doing this? Are you doing it for the show of it, or are you doing it for God? And it cuts across not just in church, but everything that you're doing. Are you just talking about God because you're using it to be popular, to trend? Like, oh, okay, maybe gospel people are beginning to trend now, let's do that. It's not right. So if you're going to serve in any capacity, actually, now let's even generalize it, apart from Christianity, apart from God. If you're going to serve, I think you need to realize what the word service is. It's not really for you to feel proud. It's not really for you to feel like you're raising your shoulder. It's for you to do what you're supposed to do. Because if you're in a place of governance, you're not the one that put yourself there. People voted to put you there. People went through stress to put you there. So those are the people you are serving. Like, you're not doing them a favor. They are the ones that even helped your destiny. You're not doing them a favor. You're doing what you're supposed to serve these people. In the same way, in the house of God, you're supposed to serve God. You're not doing him a favor. He does not need, there's nothing you have that he needs. There's really nothing you have that he needs. Like, God is God all by himself. It's out of his abundance, out of his kindness and mercy that he even, created us and is giving us stuff. But God doesn't need man to be God. Like, if you don't serve him, it doesn't deduct from his godliness. If you refuse to give your tithe, it does not deduct from his godliness. If you refuse, if you're doing things in church for the accolades, you have already gotten, I'm sure that is somewhere that, if you're doing things, you have really gotten your reward here on earth. It's not really, you have been settled. You have gotten the round of applause that you want. You've gotten the praise and all of that you want. So there's nothing extraordinary else coming. I'm almost settled it. Oh my god. But anyway, the point of this video is really to just remind you to have a heart check, to assess yourself. Before you do anything, before you step out and do that thing in the house of God or anywhere, ask yourself why you're doing it. As children of God, pride shouldn't really be the reason why we're doing things. And if we're serving, we serve diligently. We saw how Jesus served, to the point that he even washed the feet of his disciples, because he was trying to teach them what true leadership is. It is never about you. It is never about the accolades. It is never about a show. It is really about doing the right thing. So yes, always ask yourself the important question. And for that, we've come to the end of this video. I told you to be short because last 6 one was long. I said I should help people stay. It should be short and focus. People focus. So I don't rub anything today. I'm coming to you here to speak about an important issue so that you focus on the right focus. But anyway, may the Lord help us and I hope that we learn to fix our hearts on what is important and not on the trivialities of life. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye, loves.